Most people fear being alone, not physically, but mentally. They need approval, reassurance, direction. In his final days, Japan's greatest swordsman wrote a document meant for one purpose only: to teach a man how to stand alone without becoming weak. Chapter 1. The Final Words of Miyamoto Musashi. Miyamoto Musashi was undefeated in combat, but his final lesson was not about fighting. In 1645, knowing death was near, Musashi retreated into isolation. There, he wrote Dokkōdō, the way of walking alone. 21 rules, no explanations, no comfort. They were not meant to inspire, they were meant to strip a man down. Musashi understood something most never learn. Strength collapses when it depends on others. Chapter 2. A modern man who could not stand alone. Consider a man named Elias, competent, intelligent, respected, yet inwardly he was unstable. His confidence depended on praise, his decisions depended on consensus. When relationships ended or plans collapsed, so did he. Elias believed this was normal, until solitude forced him to see the truth. He was not independent. He was supported. And support, once removed, revealed weakness. Chapter 3. The First Rule. Accept everything exactly as it is. The first rule of Dokkōdō is unforgiving. Accept everything just the way it is, not approval, acceptance. Musashi did not mean passivity. He meant clarity. Elias resisted this rule most of all. He replayed conversations, resented outcomes, fought reality in his mind, but resistance drains strength. Acceptance conserves it. The samurai did not waste energy arguing with fate. They adjusted their footing and stood. Chapter 4. Detachment is not coldness. Another rule follows. Do not seek pleasure for its own sake. Modern ears misunderstand this. Musashi was not rejecting joy. He was rejecting dependence. Elias noticed how often he reached outward when uncomfortable. Noise, distraction, validation. Musashi warned that attachment creates leverage over the mind. What you need can be taken from you. To walk alone is to need less. And needlessness is quiet power. Chapter 5. Elimination as a system. Dokkōdō is not about adding discipline. It is about removal. Remove complaint, remove indulgence, remove fantasy. One rule states, do not regret what you have done, not because mistakes don't matter, but because regret divides the mind. Elias began applying this ruthlessly. He corrected errors, then released them. No self-punishment, no nostalgia. Like the samurai, he learned to move forward intact. Chapter 6. Walking alone does not mean isolation. Musashi did not reject people. He rejected reliance. One rule reads, do not depend on others for your peace. This is the difference between companionship and dependency. Elias stopped explaining himself unnecessarily, stopped asking permission for his values, stopped shaping his identity to be accepted. He became quieter, more precise, and paradoxically, more respected. Those who walk alone are not easily shaken. Chapter 7. Preparing for loss. Before it arrives. One of the hardest rules states, do not fear death. Not as a dramatic idea, but as daily awareness. The samurai trained knowing everything could be lost. This freed them from clinging. Elias reflected on this in ordinary moments. Projects ended. Relationships changed. Instead of collapsing, he remained standing, because he had already accepted impermanence. Chapter 8. The identity of a man who walks alone. To follow Dokkōdō is not to become harsh. It is to become unentangled. You speak less. You need less. You react less. Your center moves inward. Elias was no longer waiting to be steadied by others. He became the ground he stood on. This is what Musashi meant by walking alone. Conclusion. Calm close. Dokkōdō is not a comfort text. It is a mirror. It shows a man where he is weak and offers no sympathy, only a path. To walk alone without bitterness, without fear, without dependence. The samurai understood this. When everything external is stripped away, only discipline remains. And discipline, once internalized, cannot be taken.